What is going on, everybody? It is Sam here with BFPGear.com, and today we got something pretty special here. The boys over at CRBN Paintball, aka Carbon, have sent us one of the DRV loaders, which is short for drive. This loader is a prototype, and they sent us one to take a look at it and, well, go over all the features, which I'm really excited about because this loader's got something on it that I have not seen on a loader in a long time, and it is a screen, but there's more to it than just having a screen on a loader. Carbon is extremely well known for making true all-in-one packages. You see it with the Carbon Zero Pro goggles. You're getting two lenses, a goggle case, a goggle bag, extra foam, that kind of thing, and it's going to be no different with the drive loader. So with that said, we are going to see you guys and gals after the intro. The drive loader from Carbon here. We'll just go over price point real quick. It is going to be $299.95. But like I said, this is a true all-in-one package. So we'll just remove the box here. So you're going to get your own protective case. It does not come with a manual, but you are going to have this operator manual that you can scan this QR code, and that's actually going to take you to a page, and it's going to have some videos on it on how to take it apart, but we're also going to show you everything that comes in here. But it's a nice protective case. I mean, you know, it's a loader case, nice and tough. So let's go ahead and open up the loader here. And I know there's been some test ones that have been out there in the wilderness, but we got one here, and we've just been kind of not really using it too much, but we've just been checking it out and getting familiar with it. So here's the loader, and then in the case you also get some extra parts here. So we've got a Type-C charging cable. I'll show you what to do with that bad boy. And then kind of stuck in here, but you also get a rain lid. So again, that true all-in-one package design. Just make sure there's nothing else in there, and we're good. But true all-in-one package design, super easy loader to use, and it is pretty small. I will admit though that it feels a little bit heavier than other loaders out there, and I think one of the reasons why is because of all the electronics in here. Like, this thing does have a screen on the back, which we will power it on and show you what all these buttons do, because these aren't just for like modes or anything. It's actually to program the loader, which you can do on the fly as you're like playing or something like that. So profile of the loader, really sweet, 200 round capacity. Got some branding on the side there, which is really cool. And it comes apart super easy as well. Got the speed feed already installed, spring-loaded fingers here, plastic on the orange, rubber on the black, so it's going to be more gentle on your paint as you feed it. And then the thing just opens up with these two tabs back here. One of them is actually locked in place. The other one you can push, and it moves a hook. And it just pops open just like that. Got that spring ramp, and it's pretty stiff, but when it goes down too, it's kind of angled a different way, so more paint can kind of like dip in to the front, which I think is really sweet. And then of course it's gonna push it into your feed tray there. Taking the loader apart, pretty simple as well. It says right here, do not turn your paddle counterclockwise, so don't go this way, go the other way if you need to. And to pop this bad boy out, all you do is just grab one of the free fingers and just lift up, and it's just secured with 4 magnets, making it really easy to take apart. And then if you need to pop out this orange tray, all you do is when you flip it over, you see this little carbon button here. You're just gonna push up on that, and then you can grab the entire tray, and it comes right out. In doing so, you're gonna see actually multiple ports on the drive loader here. Got this micro USB here that's going to go to the board. That's going to update the board if you ever need to do that. And then this Type-C charging port here is what actually charges the loader. So you do have to take it fully apart to get access to that charging port. Can be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but this is honestly a good thing too, because you don't want to go play paintball. Your loader gets shot, you dive in like some mud or something like that, and now your charging port is completely fried, because that's gonna mess up your electronics. So it's a good thing that they covered all this. And then right down here is just, it's gonna be a little hard to see, but there's a little line of text, and it's just basically an LED indicator. When this is red while it's plugged in, it's charging, and then when it turns off, it's done charging. And then there's also a little reset. I believe it's an angle sensor. Yeah, it's an angle sensor reset button, just in case if you need it. So pretty easy loader to take apart. You don't need to worry about batteries or anything like that, which is really sweet. Just plug it in, you're good to go. If you forgot to charge it overnight or something, just charge it on your way to the paintball field. And then if you need to do any kind of deeper cleaning, all you do from this tray here is just kind of grab the back end here and then just lift up and pull forward. And you've got access to everything. If you need to wipe off anything, maybe some like moisture got on the board or something like that, you need to wipe that down, you totally can. Super easy. And it gives you access to cleaning the inside of, just like the rotunda, the raceway, whatever you want to call it. Gives you access to clean this without maybe moving the motor or messing it up. And then putting it back together is really, really easy. We've got this front little hook right here, and it just kind of lines up with a little slat. And then you just kind of move, and it snaps all back in place magnetically. Grab this, and it should just snap right in like so. And then you put everything back together. Go in backwards first so the electronics can just kind of go in place. This doesn't really snap in place or anything, it just kind of sits. And then you just close your loader. Super easy to take apart, but this is the coolest feature of it, is that screen. All you do is you push this button, it activates, and it's gonna be spinning the whole time, but you have a timer on here. We have these little bars up here. So if I hit this button in the top left, it serves a purpose of hitting go on the play timer. And then if you get done with the point, you can totally pause it. Maybe you missed it by a few seconds. You can hit this bottom one, flip it back by 30 seconds. So it's really, really sweet. You've got battery indicator saying 4.4 volts. And then you have your settings. You just hold this button down and you have all of these different settings. You can change the color here. So if we do that, like it comes stock orange, that's Carbon's branding. Let's go ahead and set that. You've got your force option here, timer. So if you accidentally leave this thing on, it'll shut down eventually. Or sorry, that's the shutdown timer, but this timer here is gonna be your game timer if you ever need it. If you're playing woods ball, I know woods ball guys like to have that timer on them. So that's a really sweet feature to have. You got your shutdown and then your about features, which will tell you what version you're on. All in all, you can program the loader while it's on. So if you're in the middle of a point and you need to get access to something, you can do that really quickly, which is sweet. And then once you're done, you just hit the little button down here for the back arrow. You're back on the screen, hold down the button, and it powers off. Now, as it was feeding and spinning the whole time, Carbon is saying that there's a 12 millisecond delay. So as soon as you turn this on, it does use some eyes on the inside of the feed neck here, which is honestly another cool feature, is not just the eyes, but the feed neck itself. The feed neck's made of metal. I think this is the first metal feed neck we're getting on a loader, on a paintball loader, I should say. And it's actually really, really sweet, so it's gonna be a lot more durable. But it does have this eye system here, and basically every time you just like break that brake beam, it's very responsive to that. And it claims that it can feed extremely high rates. I believe Carbon's website said 83 balls per second, which we're gonna put that to the test in a couple different ways here. So we're gonna flip the camera around, we're gonna put a pod of paint in it and see how fast it can fill the pod, and then we're gonna go grab an old school Ego and shoot it outside and see what rate of fire we can achieve. All right, so we're out here, got the Carbon drive loader on this beautiful Slater. Shout out to Dufort for letting us borrow his chainsaw of a paintball gun. We got capped ramping. Let's see what fire rates we can achieve here. All right. Okay. All right, so let's see what happens here. And this is going to be an average fire rate as well, so. Woo! Okay, so we're hitting 25.1 on average here, which is pretty crazy. Let's see what happens if I dump the rest of this. Yeah, so you're looking at basically 25 BPS average, and that is incredibly fast. This thing can keep up with anything. I honestly think this could probably outfeed any marker shooting at incredibly high rates of fire. So, but yeah, that's really impressive. Really, really impressive. You don't need to worry about this loader not keeping up with your paintball marker whatsoever. And if you need to pick up one of the new CRBN DRV loaders, well, you got to get your order in right now on BFPGear.com.